Fred Richani of TSC News with some breaking news. I'm in the middle of the busiest area in New York City, Times Square. In just about a couple months, we're going to have SummerSlam. Less than 2 months, we're going to have SummerSlam at the Barclays Center. But Brock Lesnar, the current Universal Champion, may not be appearing. That's right. According to PWIinsider.com's Mike Johnson, current WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, who just broke the title reign record of CM Punk to be the longest reigning champion of the modern era, may not be appearing at SummerSlam and may not be appearing for a few months. Now, before you collectively groan and think that Lesnar's just being lazy or whatever, keep in mind that he's a businessman. He's not just a WWE wrestler, he is also technically still a contracted UFC fighter, and he could have big money waiting for him to fight maybe a John Jones or a Daniel Cormier or somebody like that. Now, keep in mind, John Jones, at the very least, he could be since 2019. In reality, he should probably be banned for 4 years for all his offenses, but due to politics and the fact that he's a big star, realistically speaking, if he were to fight Brock Lesnar or anybody, Daniel Cormier, Stipe Miocic, it would not be until at least 2019. That being said, in the case of Brock Lesnar fighting somebody else, well, for those that don't know, in just a few days, we're going to have Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier. And let's just say Daniel Cormier happens to win the heavyweight title while being the light heavyweight champion, while being a gigantic pro wrestling fan who also has a wrestling background in amateur wrestling, much like Brock Lesnar. I could definitely see UFC booking Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Cormier, which would mean Brock Lesnar would have to enter the USADA testing pool, which would mean Brock Lesnar would need a real training camp, which would mean Brock Lesnar would miss SummerSlam. Now, that's bad news for wrestling fans. I know a lot of people aren't necessarily clamoring to see Brock back, but at the end of the day, the championship has been on ice for what? Over 400 days, almost 500 days. It's getting ridiculous here. Now, granted, he did make a couple title defenses. He defended it at WrestleMania. He did defend it at Greatest Royal Rumble. I really think Roman Reigns should have won the title at WrestleMania. At the very least, he should have won it at Greatest Royal Rumble. It's getting to the point now where I really think they've kind of killed Roman Reigns as a top babyface, or even a top heel for that matter. He's just consistently lost and lost. Brock Lesnar's not around. The championship is out of sight, out of mind. It's getting ridiculous. So I guess technically they could vacate the title and then have Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns wrestle for it at SummerSlam, or whomever, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, whatever you want to do. Maybe put it up in a battle royal. I don't know what the hell you do at this point, but here's the problem, right? Even though you get the belt off Lesnar, even though you finally have an active champion that's there week in and week out, guess what? Technically, if there's nobody that's won the title that has actually beaten Brock Lesnar, that's going to make the champion look weak. That's going to make him look like a paper champion. Now, granted, Brock Lesnar could always come back, and they could always just have a match. Let's just say Roman Reigns wins the Universal title. Brock comes back around Hell in a Cell or Survivor Series. You could do the blow-off match, but it's just disappointing me. You've had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to put over Braun Strowman, to put over Roman Reigns, and if Brock Lesnar doesn't even appear at SummerSlam, maybe that's just ridiculous. Now, they could also do this. Brock could actually appear on a Raw. Roman Reigns and Brock could brawl. Roman Reigns can take him out and kind of, sort of get his final revenge. Braun cashes in, and then you tie up that loose end. And I'm sure Brock, for 6 figures, would make one more appearance on a random Raw to get cashed in on. That's just my opinion, but obviously, from a wrestling standpoint, not the most ideal scenarios. But folks, I want to hear from you. What do you think about Brock Lesnar possibly missing SummerSlam? What do you think about Brock Lesnar perhaps not wrestling till the end of the year? Let me know. Leave a comment below. Tweet us, Facebook us. Do what you got to do. If you enjoyed this update, please like, share, take care. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a great July 4th weekend. Well, technically week, you know what I mean.